Good morning. I'm Kirk Harmon. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I'll explain some of the confusion over a call for Delaware in a minute. SEAOPA, or SEAOP, is an outgrowth of the Delaware Valley Association of Structural Engineers. That's named, the eastern border of Pennsylvania is the Delaware River, hence the valley. The DVACE was founded in 1991 in the Philadelphia area, and it takes in really areas of Delaware, southern New Jersey, and eastern Pennsylvania. About a year ago, we decided to establish a statewide organization, which we're working on right now, as an outgrowth of DVACE. It's modeled really after NCSEA, where the individual member organizations around the state will really funnel through SEAOP, and then SEAOP will represent all of the organizations statewide and then be represented at NCSEA. We have established our nonprofit status for the statewide organization. There's about 200 members, including the members of the Delaware Valley Association chapter and the Penn State student chapter, which both have been around for a while. We're also in the process of establishing a western chapter in the Pittsburgh area and a central chapter in the Harrisburg, York, Pennsylvania area. We have various categories, including firm memberships and individual memberships. And you can be a member of SEAOP if you're not within 50 miles of a chapter. You can directly be a member, but the purpose of that is just to gather members and then group them together into a new chapter and then try to establish chapters throughout the state. The activities that the Delaware Valley chapter has in place right now is an annual dinner and the awards program, where we send the winners of that awards program to NCSEA. There's 6 breakfast meetings that serve for continuing ed. Pennsylvania has continuing ed requirements. There are 2 project tours each year and a half-day seminar that we bring in a national speaker. Then there's also a golf outing that turns out to be a pretty good fundraiser. If anybody's thinking about that, that's kind of a nice way to pick up some funding. And we're working right now on a statewide conference. Our first conference will be a one-day, and primary reason for the conference or motivation for people to come to the conference is going to be to pick up those continuing ed requirements. So the committees that we've established for the statewide organization are continuing ed, membership and chapter development, legislative, and legislative is to monitor all types of legislation and how it may impact the structural engineering community, including tort reform and things like that. And then we have a separate licensing committee that we're hoping, one of our major goals is to establish a separate licensing in Pennsylvania.